This is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV. 5 things you need to know for Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. I'm Derek Gilbert. Item number 5 again today is Trump. Things could have been a lot worse Saturday at that Trump rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Explosives were found in the car owned by alleged shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks, also found at his home. Police received multiple reports of suspicious packages near that vehicle. Bomb technicians were dispatched, worked late into the evening to make sure there was no danger to any of the attendees at that rally. Interestingly, and credit to the Daily Mail in the UK for doing more journalism, better journalism than American media outlets, interviewing high school classmates of Crooks, who said that the young man had tried out for his high school shooting team, competitive shooting using rifles, usually on basically at a distance of 50 feet from the target. They said he was such a poor shot that he never made the team. He was cut before the team went to competition, which just adds another question to the growing list of questions about what really happened on Saturday. If Crooks was that bad a shot before he graduated from high school 2 years ago, how did he come literally within inches of ending the life of Donald Trump on Saturday? Did he practice a lot? Or is there another answer? Just, again, one more question to the growing list that will need to be addressed in the coming days. Topic number 4, MSNBC's Morning Joe. An interesting decision made by the management of MSNBC, pulling Morning Joe, that's their flagship morning program featuring Joe Scarborough and his wife Mika Brzezinski, off the air on Monday. According to CNN, who broke the story, a source inside MSNBC said the decision was made to prevent a scenario where one of the show's regular roster of pundits, some far left, others even farther left, would say something inappropriate that could be used to tarnish MSNBC's brand. That's a very real fear, considering that Brzezinski and Scarborough and their guests for the last 8 years have been telling us what an awful, terrible human being Donald Trump is and his supporters. I'm not going to repeat some of the things they've said because I want to avoid getting canceled by the algorithms, but you get the idea. Just as I told you on Monday, the cover of the June edition of the New Republic, which literally depicted Donald Trump as Adolf Hitler. That's just one of the milder things, actually, that people have been saying from the left about Donald Trump and his supporters over the last 8 years. This December headline from the Washington Post saying that, yes, it's okay to compare Trump to Hitler. This is what the left has been feeding its followers since 2016. Now, the irony here, of course, is that this is projection. They're afraid that Trump will do what they've been doing since Barack Obama came into office in 2008, using the power of the state to persecute and prosecute political opponents and trying to clamp down on political speech they don't like, saying that the First Amendment has gone too far. But don't worry, this is all to save democracy by eliminating a candidate that millions, tens of millions of Americans want to vote for in November. By the way, President Biden tried to calm things down again, addressing the nation Monday evening for a second time in 24 hours, calling on Americans to kind of cool the political rhetoric. It's overheated. Yeah, you think? Anyway, he said Americans resolve our differences at the ballot box, except that it sounded for all the world, and you can find the video online, sounded for all the world like he said battle bots instead of ballot box. And he said it multiple times. We settle our differences at the battle bots. So, of course, social media jumped on that right away. It would certainly be more entertaining and a lot more civil than what we've seen in our political class over the last 8 years. Item number 3, we are the terrorists. This is kind of what this leads to. This is how liberals see conservatives in America, and especially conservative Christians. They see us as literally terrorists. Case in point, U.S. Army personnel at Fort Liberty in North Carolina were giving a training seminar recently in which certain prominent anti-abortion groups were labeled as terrorist groups. Terrorist groups. Specifically, National Right to Life and Operation Rescue. This is according to information that was leaked by someone on the base. The Washington Examiner confirming this and reporting that the presentation was showed to soldiers manning access control points at the base. It's not clear who gave the presentation, but the slide leaked to social media shows the insignias of the Directorate of Emergency Services at Fort Liberty and the 18th Airborne Corps. Now, a spokesperson from Fort Liberty Garrison Public Affairs Office told the Washington Examiner that the slides were not vetted by the appropriate approval authorities and do not reflect the views of the 18th Airborne Corps and Fort Liberty, the U.S. Army, or the Department of Defense, end quote. Okay, maybe so, but clearly somebody felt justified in risking punishment to sneak this presentation onto the military base without the appropriate approval. In other words, they see conservative and conservative Christians who believe in the right of the unborn to make it into this world successfully as terrorist groups. As I said yesterday, it's hard to see when you've got this kind of rhetoric out there and people who feel like they're righteous in using it. Hard to see how conservatives and liberals in this country live side by side for very much longer. Topic number 2, Joshua's altar. Story from Israel, but not the one you might expect. Joshua's altar, the site literally of the altar built by Joshua 3,400 years ago, vandalized by Palestinian Arabs yet again. Activists from the Fighting for Every Dunam Forum, a dunam is a unit of measure like an acre, arrived there Friday morning for prayers at Joshua's altar on Mount Ebal and discovered that Arabs had once again damaged or removed several layers of stones from the rebuilt altar. Now, while we were there in Israel in May, we didn't get to the altar site itself. We were concentrating on visiting areas in the south and the Negev and Tel Aviv, sites in Jerusalem. We did not go to Joshua's altar. But while we were there, a powerful IED, improvised explosive device, was found wedged into the altar stones, intended to be remotely detonated to not only damage the altar, but seriously injure or kill Jewish pilgrims going to the site. They've also burnt tires on top of the altar stones, sprayed graffiti on it, and other destruction, like using stones from the surrounding border fence to crush up for road substrate in the area. Israel needs to declare it as a protected site and put an IDF base there to protect it. Otherwise, this critical piece of Jewish and Christian history will be demolished. Coming up, a new way to tell whether you've got power outages in your area. We call it the Whataburger Index. I'll explain that next on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to make sure you know how you can get your copy of this incredible book, Overcoming Cancer, From Despair and Desperation to Hope, Life, and a Newfound Mission, in the Lynette Hill special offer. This amazing opportunity includes the brand new book by Lynette Hill, Overcoming Cancer, From Despair and Desperation to Hope, Life, and a Newfound Mission, that details her harrowing journey from a prognosis of death to her own awe-inspiring restoration after discovering God's path for true healing, maximizing immunity, and supporting recovery. But that's not all. This unbelievable collection also includes my book, Unlocking Eden, with companion DVD that reveals the true underlying root cause behind why millions of Americans are suffering a health crisis epidemic right now completely unnecessarily. From the importance of detoxification, unburdening metabolic pathways, and maximizing methylation, the Unlocking Eden book and companion DVD collection is filled with groundbreaking information that can help you revolutionize your health and your life. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of over $65. Yours now for your donation of only $35, which includes free shipping to all U.S. orders. So act quickly. You can scan the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity right now, but it's available only while supplies last, so don't delay. You can visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the Lynette Hill special offer.
Item number one today, crisis is the mother of invention sometimes. Nearly 2 million people were left without power by Hurricane Beryl last week in the Houston area. And getting updates on how quickly power was being restored and to what areas from the power company was really a challenge, frustrating actually for most Houstonians. But one clever boy who goes by the handle BBQ Brian on X found a way around the lack of updates from the power company. He used the Whataburger app. Orange W's on the map meant power had been restored to that area. Gray W's, no joy. Brilliant. The burger chain itself noticed how BBQ Brian was using their app, and they reached out to him to offer to mail him something for his inventive use of the app. It's a wonderful public service. And Whataburger will be sending BBQ Brian a token of their appreciation for calling attention to it. It's similar, by the way. FEMA actually uses the Waffle House Index to determine how bad a storm is going to be when a hurricane is approaching. They look at which Waffle Houses are closing down in advance of the hurricane to mobilize their resources and put them in those areas. Seriously. Money talks. Well, this week on Skywatch TV, we continue our series on a very important subject, one that hits close to home for many of us, and that is cancer and overcoming cancer. In fact, that's the title of the new book by Lynette Hill, who was given the diagnosis of cancer back in 2020 during the COVID lockdowns. No, we're sorry, Ms. Hill, your family cannot come to visit you while you're in the hospital. A lot of people went through that. Very difficult time. But she overcame the diagnosis, overcame the disease. You can find out how by watching these programs on Skywatch TV. Our main program is available for you to view right now at our website, skywatchtv.com. All of our video content is always at the website. You can also catch it right now on our over-the-air broadcast. It's the schedule of broadcast is posted at skywatchtv.com/channels. Now, if you've got Roku or Apple TV hooked into your television, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV app for that set-top box. That is another way you can get all of our video content there. Over the internet, you can watch it at YouTube at Skywatch Television or rumble.com/Skywatch TV, or better yet, guarantee we never get canceled by downloading our free app to your smartphone or tablet. This brings all of our video content right to you directly from the Christian company that has developed the app for us, thereby bypassing the gatekeepers of big tech. It's available for iOS, Android, and Amazon Kindle Fire phones and tablets. We have links to their app stores at our website, skywatchtv.com/app. Follow 5 in 10 online, YouTube at 5 in 10, on X, formerly Twitter, at 5_in_10. And thank you for watching. As we keep watch, I'm Derek Gilbert. This is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.
Hi friends, Pastor Mike Spaulding here to announce the Go Therefore 2024 conference. We will gather Friday and Saturday, July the 26th and 27th at Harvest Revival Center in Brookville, Ohio. This year we welcome the following scholars, Bible teachers, and researchers: Derek and Sharon Gilbert, Joe Horn, L.A. Marzulli, Dr. Judd Burton, Pastor Paul Begley, Pastor Carl Gallups, Dr. Greg Reed, Tom Dunn, and Dr. Sherry Tenpenny will be doing a book signing for her new book, Walking with God. Live stream is available. Ministry tables are available for like-minded ministries. Hotel and other information is on the conference website, www.gothereforeconference.com. Gothereforeconference.com. Looking forward to seeing you.